So the term tire, there are alternate X spellings of the term tire, yet, which includes Tire and Tyre. So you have the term attire and to tire, and that can be going into relaxation as well. Yet we can be reframing our comprehension of these terms if we look at them, look at the different synonyms, and we can expand our comprehension and our how we even digest terms. So I'm actually going to get a tire changed, and as I was waking up from being tired, right, it was coming to me clearly. Some people call them downloads. I never, well, I really never call them downloads, and I was even looking to the term upload. It was like, you could be using the term upload. It weren't we? There's so many other ways that can be explained. What's the term etymology in an old dictionary is said to be true expounding or true explaining, or I've seen it as true comprehension, but it's true explaining, true expounding. The definition of the term etymology. Tire. So when people retire, I was looking into that years ago, and what I'm seeing from it, it's ReAtire, because everything is always in motion. So what's happening? What's occurring? Because the term happening is going to happy, right? Happening. So ReAtire. So I'm reattiring for the night. I'm retiring, right? Reattiring. Attire. What's your attire? So I'm going to get my tire changed. A tire, a wheel, right? And I was finding out that the term wheel, spelled Weal, and you have that show Wheel of Fortune. Wheel is referring to fortune. A wheel's always turning. The Wheel of Fortune. That's exactly why that show was shown to us. If you take the H off the term show, it's so. And there's others, when they speak of the law of attraction, that's just one way. You could say it in different languages, different parameters. And, people take that as that's an attack on everything else. Or is all these comprehensions of these different parameters an attack on something else? When people say you reap what you sow, you add the H on, that's a show. And that term's even going to the term God, is a show. So there is a principle of taking H's off of terms, and you do get to the term so. So if you reap what you sow, that's the same thing. Law of attraction and momentum are the same things. It just means that if you focus in one direction, because everything goes down to focus. You do get, it is observable effects, observable. And there's zero shroud of evidence against it. Yet it does fit in. So that's a question that can always be asked. How does this fit in? Whether you say it out loud or not, it's because, that goes to the term action is given. A lot of times it's immediate. That's what thinking is. It's immediate. We're getting things, we're receiving things. There's, when people say ask, there's more than one way to ask, and really just existing, like different things, like you do, like it accounts for something. Someone, can interpret this. You can have 5 people in a room or 10, and it's possible. It's like an analogy. It is like an analogy, yet it can't even reflect an actual experience. Some people can interpret in different ways, that if it's explained, what's being conveyed in a way, like there's a statement to where the responsibility is in the teacher. and you can always improve and get better at at the presentation. I know people can go into that term. They say like this is what is referred to by a presentation. It just goes into present because everything that's happening or occurring right now or no is a result of what has come before. So that's always what's accurate. You are where you are. Now I go as far as synchrodestiny, and not just me. It goes about comprehension. There's multiple ways you can spell the term synchrodestiny. Yet you have the term synchro, which means that there's a commonality in what's occurring to where you are in relation to what is around you, like what you're looking at, everything. Everything. Someone can always, there's mechanics behind all this, and mechanics sounds like a complex term. Does it really? Like, there's simplicity and complexity. And then destino, or destiny. So destine, it goes to the term destine. So de means to undo something. So it also can mean of something. But de in the Greek or the English is to undo something. So if you unstein something, stein means, it goes to the term stay. So unstaying means it's always moving. So a destination is an unmoving, basically it's an unstuckness, which is in itself referring to movement, the mind. You could add ment to any term. Anything can be comprehended. Things can be lied to about anything, yet there is a such thing as the truth. And I know that has H's in it. That is something to be looked into, yet in Greek it's aletheia. You can look into the term truth in different languages. You can get different translator apps, or anything, whatever reference to refer to something. Nothing exists in isolation. You are where you are in relation to what's unfolding. That's always accurate.